The way you manage your money says a lot about you. Dave Ramsey. A wise person with money is often like a diligent gardener. They know when to sow, when to reap, when to let the seeds rest quietly in the soil, awaiting the rainy season. They don't burn money on impulsive whims, but use it to lay small bricks for the future. Conversely, someone who doesn't know how to manage money is like a wanderer in the desert, carrying a leaking water flask. The farther they go, the thirstier they become, and in the end, they realize the most precious thing has slipped away through their own cracks. Managing money is not just a skill, but a manifestation of discipline, self-respect, and vision. Those who know how to value money often also know how to value their own efforts, time, and emotions. They don't shop to fill voids, but spend to nurture values. Be generous with your time and love, not just with money. Dalai Lama. People often think generosity means giving away money, but in truth, the most precious thing we can give is not money, but time, presence, and love. Because money can be earned again, but a second that passes, a heartbeat missed, cannot be bought at any price. Being generous with your time means being willing to pause and listen to someone pour out their heart completely. It means sitting with a friend in silence, yet still feeling warmth, because your presence is already a gift. Being generous with love means not calculating how much you've given, but only feeling joy in loving fully. Those who know how to love aren't afraid of loss, because they understand that true love doesn't diminish. When shared, it multiplies. And if someone only gives money, but is stingy with emotions, cold toward loved ones, busy with work to the point of forgetting a hug or a caring word, that's not generosity, but poverty of the soul. The world doesn't need more people rich in money, but more people rich in compassion. Remember that the time you spend with someone is how you say, "I care about you." And when you dare to love, to give not just materially, but with your heart, with every real moment of living, that's when you become rich in the most beautiful way. True happiness lies in meaningful relationships. Harvard study of adult development. Some people spend their whole lives searching for happiness in work, in fame, in luxurious possessions. But in the end, they realize happiness isn't somewhere far away. It hides in honest conversations, in eyes that understand without words, in the feeling of being truly cared for by someone. Because true happiness always starts with people and ends with human connection. A meaningful relationship doesn't need noise or showiness. It could be the friend who always remembers to ask, "Are you okay today?" Or the one ready to listen when you can't find words for your sadness. It's friendship not measured by time, but by understanding. It's love that doesn't need perfection, just authenticity. It's family, the place you can return to, no matter how far you've gone. Those relationships are like small candles. Their light may not be dazzling, but it's enough to warm the heart on cold days. When we cherish, nurture, and cultivate them, that human connection becomes a priceless treasure that money or success can never replace. Life is short, success fades, fame dulls. What remains is who held your hand when you were weak, who smiled with you in ordinary moments. Happiness isn't in how much you have, but in how many hearts you connect with through sincerity. Love while you still can. Listen, be present, because sometimes one meaningful relationship can save an entire life. Money is part of life, but it's not life. Tony Robbins. Money, one of humanity's greatest inventions, yet also the thing that causes many to lose themselves. We need money to live, to meet essential needs, but sometimes, in the pursuit of earning it, we forget why we want to live. Because money is just a part of life, not the whole of it. Money is like water, essential for sustenance, but if we let it flood, it can sweep away the most precious things. The wise use money to serve life, while the foolish let their lives revolve around money. We earn money for delicious meals, not to wolf them down in front of a computer screen. We work to spend time with loved ones, not to trade those warm moments for a few numbers in an account. There are those rich in material things, but poor in emotions. They have everything except joy. There are also those with little to spare, yet their eyes still sparkle with happiness because they know life's value lies not in how much, but in enough. Enough love, enough sharing, enough peace. Money can buy a house, but not a home. It can pay for a lavish party, but not genuine laughter. Then one day, when we look back, what makes us smile isn't the money we earned, but the people, the memories, and the moments that made us feel truly alive. Build a legacy, not just an estate. Jim Rohn. Some people toil their whole lives to leave their descendants a large fortune. But when they're gone, no one remembers their smile, their teachings, or their heart. And there are those who leave little wealth, but their name lives on in others' hearts because they left a legacy of values, faith, and love. That's the difference between creating wealth and building a legacy. Wealth is what we accumulate for ourselves. A legacy is what we plant in the world. Wealth can vanish overnight, but a legacy, if built on character, kindness, and knowledge, endures through time. A father might leave houses and land, but if he teaches his child how to live kindly, how to rise after falling, that's an eternal gift. A teacher might not be wealthy, but their words can change a student's entire life. A leader might not leave fame, but if they sow trust and inspiration, they've created a legacy greater than any number. Remember, a legacy isn't what we leave for others, but what we plant in them. Your best friend will never ask to borrow money from you, and your best friend will never lend you money. Confucius. A true friend doesn't want to put you in an awkward position. They understand that money, even a little, carries its own weight, and once it wedges between two people, the relationship can tilt. Asking to borrow tests trust, while lending tests friendship, and sometimes both lose. Your best friend doesn't need your help with money. They need your trust, your advice, your presence. Just as when they see you in trouble, they won't choose to hand you money, but to stand beside you and get through it together. Because they know money can solve a moment, but true friendship walks the whole journey. A good friend doesn't want to become a creditor, and certainly doesn't want to turn you into a debtor. They choose to keep the purity of friendship, knowing that one loan can wound an entire relationship. Money makes those who have it richer, but it doesn't make the poor happier. Leo Tolstoy. Money can make the rich even richer because they know how to make it grow, how to control it. But for the poor, if they have only money without knowledge, without opportunity, and especially without inner peace, that money is no different from a breeze slipping through their fingers. They might feel joy for a fleeting moment, but that happiness pops like a soap bubble. Happiness doesn't come from how much you have, but from knowing you're content with what you do have. Someone can live in a small house filled with laughter, another in a splendid villa, yet feel empty when night falls. Money can buy a feast, but not true joy. It can buy medicine, but not health. It can hire caregivers, but not love. That's why money only enriches the wallet, but cannot enrich the heart. A small debt is an invitation to a larger one. Publilius Syrus. A small debt is like a thin thread wrapped around your wrist. You think a gentle tug will free you, but then each subsequent debt comes like a spider's web, entangling, tightening you in bonds. At first, you borrow out of need, then out of habit, and gradually, you lose the ability to stand on your own 2 feet. The first debt often comes with the promise, just this once, but that just this once is the door opening to the next ones, bigger, heavier, and more dangerous. Debt is like a small flame. Controlled, it warms. Unchecked, it burns down the future. It's not just financial debt, but other kinds too. Emotional debt. When we live to please others, Debt of gratitude when we can't let go. Debt of time when we procrastinate on our own life. Every debt has a price, and the greatest price is the loss of the soul's freedom. Kindness is the only thing in the world that grows when you share it. Anne Frank. In this world, everything we share tends to diminish. Money dwindles, possessions wear out, time slips away, but only kindness, when given, multiplies, blossoms, and becomes a guiding light for others. When we help someone with a sincere heart, we not only bring them joy, but plant goodness in our own soul. Kindness is like a wave spreading far beyond sight, touching hearts we've never met. A small word of encouragement, a seemingly insignificant act of help, can sometimes become hope for an entire life. Don't hesitate to give it away, because every time we share kindness, the world becomes a little less cold and our soul a little warmer. Sharing kindness is how we make our lives richest, not with money, but with humanity. Sincere relationships cannot be bought with money. Money can open many doors, lavish dinners, luxurious trips, or fleeting sweet words, but it cannot buy trust, honesty, or a heartfelt hug when you're vulnerable. Friendship, love, or any bond built on material gain is fragile like foam, sparkling under the sun, but vanishing when life's waves crash. In contrast, relationships built on care, respect, and trust are what endure, nourishing the soul through the years. Money might make you stand out at a party, but sincerity is what makes you remembered in someone's heart. Sometimes, just a genuine check-in, an eye that sees the other's pain, is worth more than any gift bought with money. True wealth is having a strong support network. In modern society, we often measure success by bank balances, the house we live in, or the car we drive. But at some point, we'll realize the greatest value isn't in what we own, but in those willing to stand by us in hard times. A strong support network, family, friends, colleagues, or those who always believe in and lift us when we fall. It's invisible wealth, built on trust, understanding, and loyalty. When we fail, they're the ones who help us rise. When we succeed, they're the ones who smile genuinely. No bank can store that. Only the human heart is vast enough to hold it. True wealth isn't measured by material things, but by the quality of the relationships we cultivate. Because money can be lost, but a trusting embrace, timely advice, or a companion on the path that's irreplaceable. Treat money like a friend, but never trust it. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Money can be a good friend if we treat it right, respect it, understand its value, and use it as a tool to serve life. But if we blindly trust money, seeing it as the key to happiness, it's like trusting a fickle friend. Sooner or later, we'll be disappointed. Money can expand opportunities, bring comfort, even earn admiration from others, but it has no heart, no love, no loyalty. It simply flows to where it's managed wisely and with discipline. So, the wise master money, rather than letting money master them. Treating money like a friend means you know its worth, how to communicate with it, when to hold on, when to let go. But don't trust it, because money can't guarantee happiness, peace, or others' honesty. Your greatest asset is your good friends. Ralph Waldo Emerson. In the journey of making a living, people often chase wealth, fame, and power. But few realize true value lies not in the money in your wallet, but in those who stay by your side through rich or poor. A good friend is a mirror of the soul, a hand that pulls you up when you stumble, someone brave enough to speak truth when the world stays silent. They don't need you to be perfect, just sincere. And in the darkest moments, a word, a glance, or their smile can give more strength than any possession. Money can be lost, fame can fade, but true friendship, if nurtured with trust, and respect grows ever more precious. It's the kind of asset you can't buy, steal, or put a price on. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a yacht big enough to sail right up to it. Johnny Carson. Money can't buy life's essentials, love, peace, or the feeling of being understood, but it can create conditions to get closer to happiness, giving us time to rest, explore the world, and enjoy moments worth living. The yacht in the quote is a symbol of the means, not the goal. It's just a tool to reach happiness, but it can't become happiness itself. A clever smile. Money isn't bad. The issue is how we use it. Those who use money to serve life, rather than letting it control them, are the truly rich.